Hello and welcome to this solution video of mine for the first time for IB. It is the solution video of Analysis and Approaches Standard Level Paper 1, May 2022. Question number 1 says the following table shows fx and gx. So fx is given in this row and gx is here. Both f and g are one-to-one function. One-to-one function means every x has only one y, only one fx or gx, or every y has one x. That's called one-to-one function. So the A part says find G0. So whatever we get from the table is the answer because there is no second answer. So G0 when x is equal to 0, that's what they're saying, because in place of x we have 0. So when x is 0, g is minus 2. So the answer is minus 2. Next, find f of g0. So we can write this as f of g0, which is minus 2. Yeah? And when x is minus 2, what is fx? So when x is minus 2, fx is 8. So this answer will be 8. Find the value of x such that fx is 0. So fx is this row. When is it 0? Here. So what is x in that case? 3. And that's it. This is the solution of question number 1. Moving on to question number 2. The nth term of an arithmetic sequence, okay, is un is 15 minus 3n, okay. So they're asking in A part, state the value of first term u1. That means n is equal to 1. In A part, just put, in place of this n, put 1. So 15 minus 3 times 1 will be 12. That is the first term. B, given that the nth term un of the sequence is minus 33. Find the value of n. Make it equal to 15 minus 3n and solve this equation. So minus 33 minus 15, this 15 also taken to the left side, equal to negative 3n. Please mind, we can't use a calculator in this case. Okay, so negative 33 minus 15 will be negative 48 equal to negative 3n. Divide both sides by negative 3. So here negative 3 cancels, and here negative 48 over negative 3 will be 16, positive 16. N can never be negative. The term number can never be negative. That's why n is 16. Find the common difference D. So common difference is any term, say un, minus the term which is before that. Okay. So since I know u1 already as 12, let's find u2, right? So we will write u2 minus u1 will be d, the difference between two consecutive terms. So let's find u2 now. u2 is 15 minus 3 times 2 this time, using the same equation again. So it will be 15 minus 6, which is 9. And now we have to find d. So d will be u2, which is 9, minus u1, which was 12. Answer is negative 3. This is D. Question number 3. Consider any three consecutive integers n minus 1, n and n plus 1. Okay. So prove that the sum of these three integers is always divisible by 3. So in such cases, when they say prove, never give this n a number, because they're saying any 3. Some people do what? They assume n is equal to say 6 and they show that it is a multiple of 3. But no, we can't do that. When they say prove, prove means it should be applicable to any n. So we'll use the same. The sum of three integers. So A part, the sum of three integers will be what? N minus 1 plus second integer n plus third integer n plus 1, right? That is the sum. Let's call it sum. So minus 1 and plus 1 cancel out. So what are we left with? N, N, and N, 3n. So now you put any number in place of n, it will always be a multiple of 3 because it is multiplying with 3. So as n is multiplying with 3, the product 3n will always be a multiple of 3. So that's why the integer is always divisible by 3. Multiple of 3 means it is divisible by 3, right? B. Prove that the sum of the squares of these three integers is never divisible by 3. So let's call it S2. The square of the first one, n minus 1 square plus second plus third. So we can expand these brackets. Yeah. So for the first one, I will use this identity a minus b whole square. You might have been known this, a square plus b square minus 2ab. So it will be a square plus b square minus 2 times a b. This is a for us, this is b for us. Plus n square is n square, but here we will write a plus b whole square will be a square plus b square plus 2ab. So that's what I'm going to write now. So a is n for me, a square plus b square plus 2 times ab. So n square plus 1 minus 2n plus n square plus n square again plus 1 again plus 2n, and here 2n and minus 2n, they are exactly same with opposite signs, they cancel out. So we left with n square, n square, n square. It will be 3n square plus 1 plus 1 plus 2. So now we can clearly see that one part is divisible by 3, it is a multiple of 3, but the second one is not. So 3n square is a multiple of 3 but not 2. To be a multiple of 3 or divisible by 3, we should have 3 common in both parts. It will be 2 more than a multiple of 3 but not exactly a multiple of 3. That's why it is not divisible by 3. Question number 4. A function fx is a rational function where x is all real numbers but minus 1. It cannot be minus 1. Obviously, if this x is minus 1, it will be minus 1 plus 1, denominator will be 0 and it will be undefined. That's why x is not minus 1. Alright. A part says the graph of y equal to x has a vertical asymptote. Okay, it's a rational function. So yes, it will have a vertical asymptote and a horizontal asymptote. Write down the equation of the vertical asymptote. So vertical asymptote, which is 90 degree to the x-axis, and they've already given that it is undefined for minus 1. That means at minus 1 here, there will be a vertical asymptote. But the question is not saying that show it on the graph. It is showing write down. So you will write x is equal to minus 1. This is the equation of the vertical asymptote. The line, green line I have just drawn is the vertical asymptote, and this is the equation of that asymptote. The horizontal asymptote. In a rational function, if the degree of the numerator and denominator are equal, it is x to the power 1, this is 2 to the x to the power 1, then the horizontal asymptote is the leading coefficient of the numerator divided by leading coefficient of denominator, which is 1 in this case, 2 divided by 1. So y equal to 2 divided by 1 becomes the horizontal asymptote, which is y equal to 2. So these are the two horizontal and vertical asymptotes. Y equal to 2 will be this one. This will be the horizontal asymptote. On the set of axes below, sketch the graph of y equal to fx. Okay. On your sketch, clearly indicate the asymptotes. I have already done that. And the position of any points of intersection. So let's find the intersections, means x-intercept and y-intercept. Let's find x-intercept first. For x-intercept, y is equal to 0. So in main equation, fx equal to 0. Make it equal to 0 and you'll get your x-intercept, 2x minus 1 over x plus 1. This x plus 1 goes, multiplies with 0 and vanishes because of cross multiplication. So 0 equal to 2x minus 1 and 2x equal to 1, x equal to positive 1 over 2, positive 1 over 2. This will be here. Let me change the color so that is easy for us. Okay, so this is the x-intercept. What about y-intercept? So for y-intercept, x is 0. So in this main equation, let's put x equal to 0. So y, which is fx, equal to 2 times 0, 0 minus 1, x is 0 plus 1. So minus 1 divided by plus 1 is negative 1. So y is negative 1 here. This is the x-intercept. Sorry, y-intercept. So now we can clearly see that the graph will be something like this. It cannot cross this line because that's the asymptote, and it will come down like this, and obviously the other one will be the other side like this. But let's confirm if you want to confirm. This is minus 1. Put a number little less than minus 1, which is minus 1.2. Let me confirm that my answer is right. So in f minus 1.2, what will that be? 2 times minus 1.2 minus 1 divided by minus 1.2 plus 1. This is minus 2.4. Mind it, we can't use calculator, okay? So minus 2.4 minus 1 will be minus 3.4. Divide by minus 1.2 plus 1 will be minus 0.2. So negative and negative cancel out, and it will be 17. Yeah, 17. And obviously, can you see? It is going up, up and up, and at minus 1.2 it will be positive 17. So yes, this graph is correct. This will be the shape of the graph, and it is worth 3 marks, rightly so. So we have one more part to this, which is that C part says, hence solve the inequality where fx is between 0 and 2. So this is where the fx is 0, this is where fx is 2, which is an asymptote, right? And there is no equal sign here. That means they are asking us clearly about this range where the y value is between 0 and 2. So whenever this is solved, that means we have to give answer in terms of x. So when y is 0, x is half. That's what we got here. So we can write that x is between half, and where is this x reaching when it is reaching 2? This is never reaching 2, right? So it will always remain below 2 till infinity. So we can write up to infinity also. And the better way of writing this is that x is greater than half. No matter what number you put in x greater than half, that for that value y is between 0 and 2. That's how we will answer this one. Let's go to question number 5. Find the least positive value. Least and positive value of x. So this is the equation for us. So let's isolate x first. X over 2 plus pi over 3 is cos inverse 1 over square root 2. So the value of cos is positive. That means cos will be either in first quadrant here or the fourth quadrant here. Cos is positive in these two quadrants, and we will evaluate cos inverse 1 over square root 2, which is pi by 4. So in the first quadrant, Pi over 4 is pi over 4 itself. If we start from 0 and reach to this line, we will reach by pi over 4. So first solution will be given by this, and this should be hopefully the solution. Why? Because this is least positive. Because if we go to second answer is from here till here, which is pi by 4 less than 2 pi. Yeah, which will be how much? 8 pi minus 7 pi over 4. This is the second answer, but let's see what answer it gives us. We may not need 7 pi by 4. So we need to isolate x, so x over 2 will stay here, and pi by 4 minus pi by 3, no. This will not give us a positive number. Let's see, x over 2 equal to how much? 3 pi or 12, that's what we can write here, and this will be 4 pi over 12. Yes, it is negative pi over 12. Half of x is negative, so x will also be negative, so no. This answer has to be rejected. No need to do it further because it is giving us negative. They're clearly saying least positive. That means we have to use 7 pi by 4. Let's do that. So x over 2 plus pi over 3 equal to 7 pi by 4 now. Because positive 1 over square root 2 is for pi by 4 or straight away 7 pi by 4. So x over 2 equal to 7 pi by 4 minus pi by 3, and this will be positive. LCM is 12. So 3 times 7 is 21 pi minus 4 pi equal to x over 2. So x over 2 comes out to be 17 pi over 12. And now the question was about x. So let's write x here. X equal to 2 times 17 pi over 12. So 2 and 12 cancel. Answer is 17 pi over 6. This is the first value of x when y is 1 over square root 2, and that has to be positive value. This is the answer of this question. Question number 6. Consider the binomial expansion x plus 1 to the power 7, and this is the expansion where x is not 0. Okay, it cannot be 0, and a, b are positive integers. Show that b is 21. So b is the third term here. So we will find b by expanding this to the third term in decreasing orders. So we already know that it is bx to the power 5. That means x in this x should have a power 5. That means the remaining 2 powers out of 7 will be with 1. And that means here we will write 7c5. We always write the maximum exponent c, the first exponent, or second you can write, but I write the first one. This is what you can do. So now, since we cannot use calculator, so we have to use our calculations only. So let's divide both sides by x to the power 5, so that this goes, this also goes. 1 to the power 2 is 1, so don't even look at this. So b becomes 7c5, and we have to evaluate 7c5. Let me evaluate it here. So we know NCR is n factorial over n minus r factorial and then r factorial. So n in this case, the bigger exponent is 7. So it will be 7 factorial over n minus r. It is 7c5. So 7 minus 5 factorial and then 5 factorial. Since 5 is the bigger of the two, because this will be 2 factorial, so we'll expand 7 factorial till 5 factorial. So 7 times 6 times 5 factorial over 2 factorial, which is 2 times 1 times 5 factorial. 5 factorial and 5 factorial cancel. That was the purpose. 2 and 6 will also cancel. So 7 times 3 is 21. So B is 21. We have shown that. The third term in the expansion is the mean of the second and fourth term. So third term is this one, b x to the power 5, which is 21 now. So let's do find B. Find the possible values of x, that's what they're saying. So B 21 x to the power 5 is the mean of the second term, which is A x to the power 6 plus fourth term 35 x to the power 4 divided by 2. This is how we find mean. Add the two terms, divide by 2. So let's multiply 2 here, so it becomes 42 x to the power 5 equal to A x to the power 6 plus 35 x to the power 4. The only problem that will challenge us will be this A. So let's find the value of A just like we found the value of B. So it is A x to the power 6 here, so let me do it here. A x to the power 6 equal to, x gets 6 powers, 1 power will be with 1. Yeah, 6 plus 1 is 7. And here will be 7c6. Okay, so A x to the power 6 equal to 7c6 will be 7. Okay, if you use the same thing, you'll get 7. X to the power 6 and no need to write 1. Both have x to the power 6, we can cancel. So A comes out to be 7. So now this becomes 42 x to the power 5 equal to 7 x to the power 6 plus 35 x to the power 4. So 42 x to the power 5 equal to, in these two terms 7 is common, so let's put 7, and x to the power 4 is also common, so x to the power 4 we can write, and what is left inside? X square, yeah, because 7 is already out, 4 out of 6 are out, so we are left with 2, plus out of 35 7 is out, so we are left with 7 times 5 35, 5 only. X to the power 4 is already out, so no need. So let's complete it here. It becomes simpler. Divide both sides by x to the power 4 so that it is simplified. So x to the power 4 cancels here, and this 4 cancels with 4x's, so we're left with only x here. So it is now 42x equal to 7 x square plus 5. Again we can get rid of 7. So 7 cancels here, and 42 divided by 7 is 6. X equal to x square plus 5. And now let's bring this 6x to the right side. So we get 0 equal to x square minus 6x plus 5. This is a simple quadratic equation for us which we have to solve. And it will be what? 0. And you can factor this. For factoring, we have to multiply 5 and 1, which is here, or you can use quadratic formula also. I like factoring, so I will factor this. So we can write this as x squared, then 5 minus x plus 5. Why? Because 5 times 1 was 5, and negative 5 times negative 1 is also 5, and they add up to 6. So I have not done any changes, just change the look of negative 6x. And this will help me to factor this, x minus 5 minus 1 x minus 5, because this minus 1 is taken common, so this positive 5 becomes negative 5. So x minus 5 is in both, and we are left with x minus 1. So we got our answers. X minus 5 equal to 0, x minus 1 equal to 0. This will be x equal to 5. This is our first answer, possible values of x they were asking. So we have two possible values of x, 1 and 5. Yeah, find the possible values of x, which are x equal to 1 and 5. Question 7. The following diagram shows the part of a graph quadratic function f. The graph has its vertex 3, 4 given here, and it passes through Q. Okay. Write down the equation of the axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry is the vertical line that divides the graph into two equal and reflection of each other parts. So that means this part, this left part, is a reflection of the right part, and this vertical line is the axis of symmetry. And what will be the equation of this? Whatever is the x intercept here for the line of symmetry, which is 3. X coordinate of the vertex is 3, so the x-intercept of this line will be 3. The equation of the line will be x equal to 3. This is the line of symmetry. The function can be written as this format, okay, vertex format we call it. Write down the values of h and k. H is the x coordinate of the vertex and k is the y coordinate. So h is 3 and k is 4. Okay, point Q has coordinates 5, 12. Find the values of A. So in this equation we will substitute 5, 12 and we'll find the value of A. Let me do it. Fx is the y value, so 12. So let me do it here. 12 equal to A, we want to know. X is given 5 minus H is known to us now 3 plus K. So 12 equal to 5 minus 3 is 2 and 2 square is 4. 4A plus 4. So let's subtract 4 from both sides. So 8 equal to 4A because 4 and minus 4 will cancel out. And divide both sides by 4, A will be 2. So we got A equal to 2. So the line L is tangent to the graph of f at Q. So let me draw that tangent, something like this. Yeah, at Q, it is crossing, not crossing, touching the graph. Okay. Find the equation of L. So we have to find the equation of this line L, tangent. Okay. So what is the equation of a line? Y minus y1 equal to mx minus x1, where y1 and x1 are the coordinates of the point on the line and q is the point on the line. Its coordinates are now, we know it, 5, 12, right? So in place of minus y1 we will write 12, y and x don't change, and x was 5. The problem is m, the gradient. We have to find the gradient of this line at 5, 12. And to find the gradient, we will differentiate this function fx. Okay, so let's do it. F prime x will be, a is known to us now. What is it? A is 2. X minus, let me not write prime right now because I'm not differentiating right now. So h is 3 square plus 4. I have to differentiate this. So f prime x will be 2 unchanged because it's a constant. This 2 will come in front. And x minus 3 exponent will go down by 1, which is 1 now. 2 minus 1 will be 1. And the differentiation of 4 is 0. So it becomes 4x minus 3. This is the general gradient of any tangent to this curve, but we want tangent at x equal to 5. Yeah, because q has x coordinate 5. So at x equal to 5, the gradient, which is dy over dx or f prime x, is 4. X is 5 minus 3. So 4 times 5 minus 3 is 2, 8. That makes sense. It is going up and its gradient is 8. And we left this in between. So this becomes 8 and this is the equation. We can simplify this equation as equation of the tangent. Let me do it here. Y minus 12 equal to 8x minus 40. And let's bring everything to the right side. So it becomes what? 8x, 0 equal to 8x minus y. This becomes plus 12 minus 40. So finally we get, we can rearrange this. 8x minus y minus 28 equal to 0. This is the equation of the tangent. We have one more part. Now consider another function, y equal to gx. Okay, the derivative of g is such that g prime x, that means the derivative of gx, is same as fx minus d, where d is any real number. Find the values of d for which g is an increasing function. Whenever they say increasing function, that means g's differentiation is positive. That means fx minus d is positive. In other words, they are trying to tell us that fx minus d is positive. Whenever a function increases, its differentiation is positive. So let me do it here. Fx, what was fx? A x minus 3 square plus 4. This was fx, and minus d is positive. Positive means greater than 0. So keep in mind that this part is fx, and we have to subtract something from it so that it becomes greater than 0. So let's go back to the graph. Look at this. This whole parabola is positive. It is above 0, correct? So what should be the value of d so that it is always positive? So if I bring this graph down by 4 units, because y coordinate is 4, if I bring it down by 4 units, it will be positive. But if d becomes somehow more than 4, this graph will go down the x level where y is 0 and become negative. That means d has to be less than 4 so that this whole graph remains positive all the time. So we will say d is less than, because we want positive, we don't even want 0. So d has to be less than 4. That will be the answer of this one. Find the value of x for which the graph g is a concave up. G. Concave up. Concave up means this is called concave up. Opening up, right? This is called concave down. So for what values of x is g a concave up graph? That means the second derivative has to be positive for concave up so that it has a minimum here. To decide whether a graph is concave up or not, we find the second derivative of that graph. So gx is already, first derivative is this, so second derivative will be the first derivative of x minus derivative of d. D is a constant, right? So its derivative will be 0. So don't look at this. This is what we have to find. And to be concave up, it has to be positive. That means it has to be greater than 0. So we will now differentiate only fx, and we already did it earlier. If I remember, it was this 4x minus 3. Yeah. So 4x minus 3 has to be greater than 0. So 4 is a positive number, correct? So x minus 3 has to be positive so that the multiplication is positive. So x minus 3 is greater than 0. X is greater than 3. These are the values of x for which the function gx will be concave up. Question 8. Consider the function a rational part plus 1 equal to, for x is not equal to 4, obviously, it will make it undefined for 4. And gx is a straight line x minus 3 where x is a real number, is an element of real number. The following diagram shows the graph. Yes, this part is the graph of f and this straight line is the graph of g. Okay. The graphs of f and g intersect at a and b. We can see that. The coordinates of a are 3, 0. Okay, so this is 3, 0. This x coordinate is 3. Okay, find the coordinates of b. So basically what they are saying that find the points of intersection. One of them will certainly be 3, 0. Find the second one. Okay, that means at these 2 points a and b, fx is equal to gx. Yeah. So we can do that 1 over x minus 4 equal to plus 1 equal to x minus 3. So let's bring this plus 1 to the right side. It becomes 1 over x minus 4 equal to x minus 4. Yeah, because minus 1 and minus 3 will become minus 4. Now let's cross multiply. So 1, let me write here, 1 equal to x minus 4 multiplied by x minus 4 will be x minus 4 square. And previously, if you remember, I used this identity which we very usually use in such cases. So plus b square minus 2ab, this is what we use. So here will be x square plus 4 square minus 2 times x times 4. So 1 equal to x square plus 16 minus 8x, and this one if I bring to the right side it becomes x square minus 8x plus 15. 16 minus 1 will be 15, and we will again factor this to get the value. I'm straight away factoring it because I know the factor will be x minus 3, x minus 5 by the same method we did earlier. Break 15 into two parts so that their sum is 8 and they are minus 3 and minus 5. So we get two answers from here. Let me complete here. X minus 3 is equal to 0 or x minus 5 equal to 0. This gives us x equal to 3 and this gives us x equal to 5. X equal to 3 is already known to us. The y coordinate is 0 for that. Let's find the y coordinate for 5. So let's use the lines equation because line is easier. Yeah, it is just y equal to x minus 3. So y equal to 5 minus 3. When x is 5, what will be y? 2. So the coordinates of b come out to be 5 is x coordinate and 2 is y coordinate, and they said find the coordinates of b. We found them. Second part. In the following diagram, the shaded region is enclosed by the graph f. Okay, let me first make it visible and write these coordinates here. 3, 0 and 5, 2. Okay. Enclosed by f. This is f. Okay. The graph G, which is this G. Okay. X-axis. This is x-axis. And line y equal to k. Okay. So these are the four lines which are enclosing this shaded part. The area of the shaded part is ln p plus 8. Okay. So find the value of k and p. So let me do it here. So let me divide this particular shaded area into two parts. So one part will be a vertical line like this, which will make this a perfect triangle, this one. Yeah. So let's find the area of the triangle. Area of triangle, and you know which triangle I'm talking about. Okay. So let me call this one M. So triangle ABM. So area of a triangle we know half base times height. In this case it will be half. Base is how much? This is 3. This x coordinate is 3. This x coordinate is 5. So difference between them is 2. This is 2. This y coordinate is 2. That means height is 2. So it becomes half times 2 times 2. 2 and 2 cancel. 2 units square. Okay. That is the area of this triangle. That means the remaining area, total area is ln p plus 8, right? So the area under this curve, this is purely area under this curve now. So area under F will be ln p plus 8, which is the total area, minus, we'll subtract this 2. So it comes out to be ln p plus 6. This is the area of the remaining one. This one. This is the remaining colored area. All right. We have to find the value of k and p. So to find the area of under f, we have to integrate it. To find area under any curve, we have to integrate it. So let me integrate here. We want to integrate from 5. This is x is 5. Here x is k. They have given k here. So from 5 to k, and we have to integrate 1 over x minus 4 plus 1. This was f. Yeah. So the integration of 1 over x minus 4 will be simply ln x minus 4 because it is a linear function, and the differentiation of x minus 4 will be 1, so there is no need to divide by 1 because it is not going to make any difference. Plus integration of 1 will be x and plus c from 5 to k. Let's substitute 5 and k in these and we'll equate that to this one. First, let me substitute k. So ln k minus 4 plus k plus c minus ln 5 minus 4, I'm substituting 5 now, plus 5 plus c. First thing first, c gets cancelled out. Let's see what is left. Ln k minus 4 plus k minus ln 1. 5 minus 4 is 1. And minus 5 also, because this negative will make this plus 5 as negative 5. So it becomes ln k minus 4 and k minus 5, and ln 1 is always 0, so there is no need to write it, it is 0, which is equal to ln p plus 6. This is what we knew. That means k minus 5 is equal to 6. Yeah, because ln part cannot become a complete number. Complete number can be converted to ln, but if both sides have ln, so they are not. That means k minus 5 is 6. K becomes 6 plus 5, which is 11. The value of k is 11. And now we have to find p. So ln k, 11 minus 4 is equal to ln p. So natural log part compared with natural log. So ln 7 equal to ln p, and we can remove ln from both sides. P is 7. Found k and p both. Question number 9. A biased four-sided die with faces 1, 2, 3, 4. Biased. That means the probabilities are different, and we can see 0.3 is the probability of 2, 0.1 is the probability of 4, so they are not equal. Okay, they are recorded. Let x be the result obtained. Okay, the probability of x is given in the following. Okay, p and q are constants. For the probability distribution, expected value of x is 2. Show that p is this, q is this. Okay, so first of all, we should know that the sigma of all the probabilities of x is equal to 1. Sum of them is equal to 1. So that means p plus 0.3 plus q plus 0.1 is 1. And that means p plus q equal to 1 minus, I'm taking these two numbers to the right side, 0.3 minus 0.1. P plus q equal to 0.6. This is equation number 1. Now, we'll use this fact that expected value is 2. And expected value of x is sigma x multiplied by probability. It's probability of each x. Okay, it's not multiplying. I'm just writing. Let me not write it, not to confuse you. So, probability. So, each x multiplied with its own probability is equal to 2. That's what they're trying to say. So, x is 1 and its probability is p. So, 1 times p plus 2 times its probability is 0.3 plus 3 times q plus 4 times 0.1 is 2. So let's simplify this also. This becomes p, then we have 3q plus this is 0.6, then 0.4 equal to 2. So let's bring these again to the right side. So p plus 3q equal to 2 minus 0.6 and 0.4. So p plus 3q is equal to 1, because 0.6 and 0.4 make 1 and 2 minus 1 is 1. This is equation number 2, and let's use elimination. We already knew p plus q was 0.6. That means if we subtract this second equation from the first, p minus p will be 0, cancelled. 3q minus q will be 2q, and 1 minus 0.6 is 0.4. So divide both sides by 2 now. Q is 0.2, Q is 0.2. Alright, now we have to find P. Let me find P here only, and I'll use this equation number 1. So P plus Q, which is 0.2, is equal to 0.6. So P is 0.6 minus 0.2, which is 0.4, and 0.4, we have shown both of them. Find the probability that x is greater than 2, not equal to, greater than 2, that means 3 or 4. Yeah? So the probability that x is greater than 2 will be probability of 3 plus probability of 4. So probability of 3, we got Q is equal to 0.2, and probability 4 was 0.1. So the answer is 0.3. This is B part. Nikki plays a game with this 4-sided die, unfair die. In this game, she is allowed to have a maximum of 5 rolls. Her score is calculated by adding the results of each roll. Nikki wins the game if her score is at least 10. So her score, let's call it S. Okay, S is at least 10, equal to or less than 10. This is the condition. After 3 rolls of the die, Nikki has a score of 4, just 4. That means she needs 6 more to win. Assuming that the rolls of the die are independent, find the probability that Nikki wins the game. Okay, that means she gets 6 or more. So how can she get 6 or more? Let me list them. With 1, we can't have any score because there is no 5. So, okay, 1 plus nothing. So 1 does not give us any score of 6. 2 plus 4 will give us 6. And 2 plus 3 will be 5. So we will not be at 3. So 3 plus 3 will be 6. And 3 plus 4 will be more than 6. That's good. Okay. So with 3 we have 2 possibilities. Now with 4 we can have 2. We can have 3 also, and we can have 4 and 4 in both cases, right? These are the ones which are possible. So it's worth 5 marks. So I think we can do the legwork. So we'll do one by one. 2, she gets 2 in 4th attempt and 4 in 5th attempt because she can have 5 only. Yeah. She's allowed to have 5, maximum of 5 attempts, 5 rolls. All right. So 2 and 4. So probability of 2 is 0.3. So 0.3 and, because of and, we'll not write plus. The score is 6, but it is happening 2 first and 4 later. Whenever we have and, we multiply. 4 is 0.1. Okay. 3 and 3, 0.2 and 0.2. 3 and 4, 0.2 and 0.1. 4 and 2, 0.1 and 0.3. 0.1 and 0.2, 0.1 and 0.1. That's it. Just add these. So 0.04, so 0.03, not 4. They're not adding, they're multiplying. 0.04, 0.02, 0.03, 0.02 and 0.01. Just add these. There are no other possibilities. So it will be how much? 7 plus 2, 9, 12, 14, 15. 0.15 is the probability that she wins the game. Very low probability. We have one more part of this question, which is here. David has 2 pairs of unbiased. Okay, this time it is unbiased. Earlier it was biased. Unbiased 4-sided dice. A yellow pair and red pair. That means there are 4 dice in total. Both yellow dice have faces 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, simple 1, 2, 3, 4. Let S represent the sum obtained by the sum of the 2 yellow dice. Okay, S is here. Probability distribution, it is normal. We have done this many times in past. Let's see what is next. The first red die has a face 1, 2, 2, 3. Okay, it is unbiased, but 2 is twice. That makes it in favor of 2. Okay, the second red die has 1 AAB. Okay, so 1 is fixed, but A, B are unknown. A is less than B. Okay, A, B are both integers, positive integers. The probability distribution for the sum obtained by the rolling the red pair is same as the distribution for the previous one. Okay, good. Determine the value of B. Okay. So let me do what? Let me make a table for them. Okay, so first we have 1, 2, 2, 3. So first die is 1, 2, 2 and 3. Okay, second die is 1, A, B. Okay, B is greater, A is smaller. Okay. Now, let's see what are the scores because of these. Okay, so 1 plus 1 is 2. 1, let me change the color in this one. This is 3, this is 3, this is 4. It is 1 plus A, 2 plus A, 2 plus A and 3 plus A. Same here, 1 plus A, 2 plus A, 3 plus A. And then we have 1 plus B, 2 plus B, 2 plus B and 3 plus B. And the distribution, probability distribution table will be exactly what is here. Alright. Determine the value of B. Okay. So B is in this last line. So let's compare this with the probability distribution table. The probability of 2 is 1 over 16. And 2, this is the only 2 here that is correct. Okay. Probability of 3 is 2 over 16. There are 2 3's and we can see that there are 2 3's. They are also okay. That means we can't involve them anywhere. Probability of 4 is 3 out of 16. We have 1 4 here. That means we have 2 combinations of 4 again. So there are 4 of them. They are 2 here. 2 plus B. 1 plus A is also 2 here. And 3 plus A is also 2 here. Right? But since they said A is less than B, that means B is a big number, it will not give us, it can't be 2, 2 plus 2, 4, it's because 2 is separate, and 2 plus 2, if this is 2 here, 3 plus 2 will be 5. So no, either it will be this or this which will give us 4, right? So 3 plus 1 is 4, that means A is 1, which is not possible. They have already separated 1 and A, right? So this also cannot be there. So we can write here probability of 4 is 3 out of 16, right? And 3 plus A cannot be 4. So it has to be 1 plus A equal to 4, where A is equal to 3. If I assume 2 plus B, B cannot be 2. Why? Because they said B is greater than A, and that means if B is greater than A has to be 1, which is not possible again. So A is 3. We found A before B. So let's see, confirm if it works after that also. So 4 is done. 5. There are 4 out of 16 5's. So 2 plus 3, 5, 2 plus 3, 5, 2 plus 3, 5, 2 plus 3, and no one else. Very good, it worked. Okay. Next, 6, 3 out of 16. So 6 will be by 3 plus 3. Yes, 3 plus 3, 1, 2, and there will be 1 plus B. We need only 1 plus B. That makes it 1 plus B equal to 6, right? That means B is 6 minus 1, which is 5. But they said find the value of A, providing evidence for your answer. So evidence we have to do here. We have made the table also, and we have done this also. And because probability of 6 was 3 out of 16, correct? So 3 plus A these and this are already true, so we needed only one, and this is the only one combination left here, 3 plus 1 plus b and 3 plus b. So it can't be 3 plus 3, right? It can't be 3 plus 3 because 3 is already a. So 1 plus b is the one which will satisfy this. So we got it. B is equal to 5 and a is equal to